Welcome back, and if this is your first time watching, my name's Brandon, and I sell men's clothing on eBay. This is day 55 of the What Sold series, where I show you my daily eBay sales. And at the end of the video, I'll go over my net profit for the day. Let's not waste any time, let's jump right into those sales. The first sale of the day was this Viella button-up shirt. These are a cotton wool blend, and I think they're made in Canada, and they usually sell pretty well. This one sold in 47 days for a best offer of $21 plus shipping. These usually sell in the $20 to $30 range as long as they're in good condition. And I got this at a thrift store, I think for either $7 or $8. So number 2 was this REI Co-op jacket in a men's large. This one sold in 25 days for a best offer of $18 plus shipping. I got this at a Goodwill and I spent maybe up to $10. No more than $10. Could have been as low as like $7. So number 3 was a Columbia button-up shirt in a men's XL. It took about a year and a half to sell, and it sold for a best offer of $7 plus shipping. I can't remember where I got this from. It's been so long. I'm assuming a thrift store and probably somewhere in the $5 to $7 range. So number 4 was a Dixon flannel in a women's small. This one was called the Hunter, and it sold in 17 days for a best offer of $30 plus shipping. This did come from one of the local buyouts where I spent an average of $27 per item, so this one's basically break even. So number 5 was an Untuckit button-up shirt in a men's XL. This is one of the nylon ones, so they're a bit more lightweight, and I think those ones might actually sell a little bit quicker than the cotton ones, but I'm not positive on that. You might want to check the comps, but this one sold in 46 days for a best offer of $15 plus shipping. I usually pick these up at the thrift store for around $7. So number 6 was a Built shirt in a men's medium, and it was new with tags. This one took 83 days to sell, and it sold for a best offer of $24 plus shipping. I'm kind of surprised that it took that long to sell, even though it's still under the 90 days. I would expect the Built shirts usually do pretty well, and this one was new with tags. I might have just priced it up a little bit too much. Maybe if I priced it at 27 or 25, it would have sold within a month. So number 7 was a Jams World Hawaiian shirt in a men's large. This one had a really great print on it. This is a little bit more of a unique print, and I thought that it would actually sell for a little bit more. That's why I priced it up to $70, but ended up selling for $45, and it took 49 days to sell. I bought this from a resale shop, and I paid $24 for it. So number 8 was a Carhartt t-shirt in a men's large tall. This took 30 days to sell, and it sold for a best offer of $8 plus shipping. I think I picked this up for like $3 or $4, so only making a couple bucks on it. So number 9 was a Monster Energy jacket in a men's 2XL. Anything Monster Energy, like officially licensed, is going to do really well. This was no different. It sold in 41 days for a best offer of $50 plus shipping. I'm pretty sure I picked this up in a bulk lot at the Rose Bowl flea market. So probably an average buy cost of around $10 for this item. So number 10 was a pair of Carhartt pants in a men's 38 by 32. These sold in 20 days for a best offer of $10 plus shipping. They did have a little mark on it, but I said this I think in my last video or a couple of videos ago that Carhartt pants just don't sell really well for me. Even though they're the thicker workwear ones, if they're not the double knee or something really special, they just sell for a low amount, so I won't be picking them up anymore. So number 11 was an Under Armour t-shirt in a men's XL. This was one of the ones that had the flag on it. I do usually pick up Under Armour stuff that had the flag on it, but this was my buddy's shirt, so the cost of goods is zero. It's complete profit, and it sold in 10 days for a best offer of $4 plus shipping. Honestly, probably not even worth selling, but hey, $4 is $4. So number 12 was a vintage Calvin Klein t-shirt in an adult large. This one took over 4 years to sell. It was one of my 50 oldest items, and it sold for the full price that I repriced it here, $7 plus shipping. Obviously not a great buy. It sold for only $7, and it took over 4 years. So just be careful what you're picking up, because some items can sit this long. They can sit 4 years. So pick up desirable items. Do not pick up items that are undesirable. You don't want any items sitting in your store for 4 years. I don't care what it is, that's too long. Sale number 13 was a Rain Spooner Hawaiian shirt in a men's 2XL. This one sold in 10 days for a best offer of $28 plus shipping. I don't know if you guys can tell from the picture, but this is one that only buttons down half the shirt, and that's called popover. So that's usually a good keyword to put in the title when it's just a half button. Sale number 14 was a NASA t-shirt, and it took a year and a half to sell, and it sold for full price $10 plus shipping. Sale number 15 was this vintage bowling shirt, and it did have the chain stitch on the front of it. Let me show you guys a closer up of it. So chain stitch is really hot right now. All of the vintage heads and all of the people that like true vintage are really into the chain stitching right now. So if you find anything with that kind of stitching on it, it can sell really well. This one isn't even super old. It's probably from like the 90s or maybe even the early 2000s. And it's still sold in 6 days for a best offer of $25 plus shipping. The next 3 sales all went to the same buyer. They're 3 different Dixon flannel shirts. This one was called the Conrad, and they were all in 4XL. This one sold in 16 days for a best offer of $50 plus shipping. I think I ended up combining shipping and maybe just charging the buyer $10 to ship all 3 of them. Something like that. This one also sold in 16 days, and I took a best offer of $40 on this one. And this one was also listed for 16 days, and I took, or actually they paid full price $45 for this one. So it was really nice that all 3 of those went to the same buyer. 3 great sales in a row, and just 1 shipping. Sale number 19 and the final, or not the final, but the best sale of the day was this Taylor Stitch, I think it's a snap button jacket. And it took a year to sell, a little over a year to sell, and it sold for a best offer of $80 plus shipping. Taylor Stitch is a great brand to sell, and this is an uncommon item for them, so it is worth good money. I think I just priced it up way, way, way too high. This should not be an item that sits for a year. This should most likely be an item that sells within, honestly, probably within a week or 2, but if you're trying to get top dollar for it, probably 30 to 60 days is the max that an item this good and this desirable should be sitting. I obviously priced it up way too high, and it probably cost me money in the end. Not only did it sit for over a year, but I only got $80 for it. I bet you if I would have priced this at maybe $99, then I would have sold it within the 30 to 60 days and maybe a best offer of like $90. So I lost money, it sat around too long. Just price your items accurately. I do it wrong all the time too, but I'm trying my best to price my items as accurately as possible. Get either in the middle or on the lower end of the comps, and then just see your items fly off the shelves. Sale number 20 is a Rain Spooner Guy Buffett Hawaiian shirt in a men's large. It took 44 days to sell, and it sold for a best offer of $23 plus shipping. I've said this multiple times, but the Guy Buffett Rain Spooners are not usually the best. The prints on them aren't very good. They usually just look like you're at shops or in town or something kind of basic, and they all kind of look very similar, and they don't sell for the most money. So, like I said, $23 is still decent, especially if you're picking up at a low buy cost, but don't pay up for the Rain Spooner Guy Buffett Hawaiian shirts. That's it for the sales. Let's go ahead and jump into those numbers. On October 25th, we sold 20 items for a total gross sales of $705.67, giving us an average sale price of $35.28. This is kind of a picture of the perfect day for me. Like I said, I'm currently listing 20 items. I want to be selling 20 items a day. I think my average right now is like just below 17. The average sale price, as I said in the last video, I want it right around $35 to $36 based on my current buy cost to give me the profit per item that I want. So to get that, I need a gross sales of right around $700. So like I said, this is like a picture perfect day for me. This is exactly what I'm looking for. If I can just multiply this or replicate this every single day, that's exactly what I want. Let me show you guys, as they always have, inaccurate, but these are the real ones. The selling costs were $212.94. The breakdown for that is $84.78 in eBay final value fees, $106.21 in shipping labels, and $21.95 in promoted listing fees. 11 of the 20 sales came via promoted listings, and I'm happy to pay those extra fees to get those extra sales. I promote all my items at 5%. If we take away the selling costs and the tax and fees collected by eBay away from the total gross sales, that'll give us our net sales of $466.17. We still need to take away our cost of goods. I'm currently using an average cost of goods of $13.21. So for 20 items, that gives us a total cost of goods for the day of $264.20. If we take away the cost of goods from our net sales, that gives us our net profit of $201.97. Like I said, this is the day that I'm shooting for right here. This is what I want to replicate going forward. If I could have this day every day, I would be happy until I continue to scale. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 56 of the What Sold series. Peace.